The ancient, mighty dreadnought known as the Leviathan pattern Siege Dreadnought was developed in secret on Terra during the period of the later days of the Great Crusade. It was an alternative design to the highly successful Contemptor pattern Dreadnought. It was created in limited numbers due to the complexity of its incorporated hybrid technologies weaved into its adamantine armour-clad frame. Some of these ancient relics date far back into the distant past of humanity. Towering over the later Castra Ferrum pattern dreadnoughts, this heavily armoured war machine is savagely powerful. It was originally designed for siege warfare and was armed with terrifying close combat weaponry that can pulverise vehicles and rend flesh. After the potential the chassis offered the ranks of the Imperium, ranged versions were designed, augmented with powerful and brutal short-ranged weaponry developed for Leviathan-class dreadnoughts. Its unique atomantic arc reactor core allows it to utilise heavier, more powerful weapons than other classes of dreadnought. The abundance of power it generates is used to grant the dreadnought accelerated movement speed and its titanic strength, as well as powerful defensive energy field systems to further increase its battlefield durability. The reactor is linked to a series of shield generators mounted in its armoured carapace, which produce the reinforced energy shield that surpasses that of even the Contemptor class dreadnought. The atomantic shielding is an advanced arcane defensive technology that was discovered during the Dark Age of technology. It was originally used to protect Contemptor pattern dreadnoughts during the Great Crusade and Horus Heresy. The energy shield is projected as a radial barrier around the outer chassis, allowing the Leviathan to weather incoming storms of enemy firepower. Even the projectiles launched from weapons designed for punching through vehicle armour can fail to pass through the barrier. The time and resources required to produce a Leviathan dreadnought were immense, nearing that of an Imperial Knight. This resulted in a limited quantity produced before the era of the Horus Heresy. The complex systems of the Leviathan can place a lethal level of strain on the minds of its occupants. The machine spirit systems can often contain fragmented memories from distant wars, and are haunted by gore-soaked visions of the lost age of darkness during the Horus Heresy. This technology is little understood, and during operation, the minds of the Astartes interred within are tormented and ravaged by these human-like dreams, driving them into the brink of madness. For this reason, these terrifying machines are only unleashed onto the battlefield in dire circumstances, where the chapter master deems necessary. Where they strike and what they kill is often determined by their dark dreaming, and it has been known for these great machines to sometimes ignore the will of their commanders. Many in the ancient Mechanicum on Mars were deeply uneasy over the design, fearing that the immense power these combat walkers possess could one day be used against them. This fear later turned into reality during the period of the Horus Heresy, when the forces of chaos were able to secure fallen Leviathans by scavenging the battlefields for those dead relics to be recommissioned and put into service for the Dark Gods. Leviathan dreadnoughts are bristling with a wide array of radical weaponry. The arms can be equipped with a combination of a storm cannon array, gravflux bombard, cyclonic melter lance, siege claw and siege drill. The latter would incorporate a melter gun for punching through tank armour at range. The torso is also equipped with 2 heavy flamethrowers to repel infantry and defend against assaults. Additionally, it could include up to 3 top-mounted hunter-killer missiles, adding to its long-ranged anti-tank capabilities. A Leviathan Siege Claw is a type of dreadnought close combat weapon, and was developed to be even more destructive than those on the other dreadnought patterns. It is designed to sever flesh and bones, slicing an enemy apart in a single cut. The siege drill, on the other hand, can bore straight through the heavy armour plating of vehicles and fortifications with ease. A storm cannon array is a heavy ranged ballistic weapon, similar in design and function to the common autocannon. The storm cannon is a quad-linked rapid-fire weapon purpose-built to scythe down infantry and clear out the defenders of tactical objectives. The Cyclonic melter lance is a heavy ranged weapon with rapidly rotating melter barrels, capable of firing faster and with more powerful shots than a standard multi-melter, albeit with less range. The gravflux bombard creates a spiralling vortex of gravitational torsion force, and is a fortress breaching weapon which can reduce the toughest armour to twisted scrap and crush anything living beyond recognition. Few enemies who faced the mighty Leviathan Dreadnought on the field of battle returned to tell the tales of its horrifying array of weaponry and destructive force.